What's up, y'all? Hope y'all having a beautiful experience, beautiful moment, beautiful day, beautiful night. So, this is a new series we're going to start. Every Sunday, we're going to grow together. Let's grow together. This is episode 1. In this episode, we're going to talk about integration. More importantly, your origin. So, for those who are in your teenage years, whether it's like 15 or 13 all the way to 18 or 19, those that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, so on and so on. I want you to understand that it's important to never forget the versions of you. And the versions of you consist of not only the traumatic parts of you, the parts of you that has ran away from situations, the part of you that has been more fearful, and also the parts of you that has been successful, the parts of you that has been full of joy, the parts of you that has been consistently being happy. I want us to both understand that these sides of us has to work together, has to come together, has to grow together. So originally I had this like organized and everything, but it's oftentimes that you should not consistently try to control your chaos, because creativity is chaos. The music that's playing behind me is in a way chaos, but yet it comes off so calming and relaxing and peaceful to the point where it feels more like relaxation. It feels like ease. It feels like it's releasing tension instead of something that is more aggressive. So I have multiple different journals, and the composition book I showed you, that was the very first composition book journal I ever had in my life. And I started using it when I was like 19, right after I left college. And it was called Thought Journal because I got tired of thinking about so many things, and I decided to write them down. And it also became like a research journal as well. And the reason why I'm speaking about it is because this new journal here is what I call the void. So as soon as I open the book, it says personal information, name, the void, address, self. And this is what I wrote in the notes of like this, the first page. This book will show what I have learned, show my state of self, and release the constraints of the other versions of self. You see, I went through an experience when I've went to not even multiple, 2 is multiple, so 2. I went to 2 separate spiritual conventions. Actually, I would say 3, because I went to 2 different house gatherings and one was a park gathering. And The one I'm speaking on right now is the park gathering, and this was at the time where I was still trying to figure out more of who I am, still trying to navigate how I can put myself in the correct track of where my soul needs to go to grow. And this is when Rashad Jamal was out of jail at the time. And much gratitude to Rashad, not gonna lie, because I was listening to him a lot, just like a lot of people were. And it is definitely true, he helped awaken a lot of people. And because of his ability to awake so many people, this is why he's in the positions he's in, because they're trying to stop a Messiah, a prophet, a God, if you will, a being that knows his ability to make his purpose his pleasure. And when I went to this event, I was able to see him speak. I was able to see him integrate with people, meditate with people, see how he acts around others. And the reason why I'm bringing up Rashad is because without this experience, I would have never went down the journey of understanding willpower. I'm a Scorpio, so the Scorpio mainly puts their energy in a space of the sacral chakra area, which is more of like your sexual organs, and will as well. We have to understand that when you hold yourself back, when you constrain yourself, when you put yourself in a cage or in a box, if you lock yourself up in a door, when you stop yourself from being authentically you, it literally puts you in a state of shame, guilt, regretfulness. What's another word I can use? Abandonment. When you abandon yourself, it's kind of like your parents abandoning you. Me, myself, I've had like a great childhood. It's pretty dope, not gonna lie. However, my father and mother did separate when I was at a certain age. I think it was like 11 or so. And in this age, I didn't recognize it then, but I felt a state of abandonment. And it's something I've definitely healed a lot from now. But being able to understand like that's the state that I was feeling back then allows me to be more appreciative for the versions of me that arises, that reveals itself, that shows itself, because it allows me to be authentically me. I also was one of those people who used to say like, I gotta kill the ego, it's the ego. But then I came to this realization, we have emotions and ego. Emotions is energy in motion. Ego is energy on go. And sometimes the energy that's on go can be fight, flight, fornicate, and freeze. And we have to understand that your ego is here to protect you. It's here to help push you. It's here to help evolve the human aspect of you so that your soul can grow to higher heights. You know what I'm saying? Think about sports. It is a whole bunch of ego on that court, field, table, gymnasium. It's a whole lot of ego. But you see who has the strongest ego, the strongest amount of confidence. Confidence and knowing are two different things. Confidence is knowing that you are able to perform. Knowing is just knowing that it is. It's like confidence is like, I know I can do this. I know I can do that. It's more of like a knowing is just, I know. There isn't much you need to say. There isn't much you need to do, but just do. Confidence comes with a sense of an attachment. Knowing is the all. Like, God knows that everything is connected. He isn't confident that everything is connected. He knows. And we are all gods. We are all goddesses. We integrate with gods and goddesses within our own psyche, within self. I wear this shirt that says freedom, showing that it is an angel on this shirt. And freedom, that itself is like freeing yourself from the doom of you. Freeing yourself from the domesticated version of you. And your domesticated version of you is the version of you that follows every rule, that designs itself to feel like if I close myself off, I'll be protected. I'm learning now more and more that you can't do that. When you do that, you literally hold yourself back from being the greatest version of you. And while you are doing so, you're going to get in contact with people that are not working on that. And because when you are in a state of pushing yourself, of getting yourself out of your comfort zone that you've made so feasible so that you can be among those who are common, when you break out of these boxes, you have to understand that you're going to get into situations where you must show your growth in situations. I'll give you an example. Just last night, my stepfather came home. He was a bit upset because he didn't have a way to get into the house. Because our house, for some reason, we get a place that doesn't desire to have a key, but that's another conversation. But we had he didn't have the ability to type in the password to get in the house. My grandma sent it to him. He comes upstairs. He gets upset at my mother because she didn't answer the phone to let him in. And my older brother, he came into the room to kind of diffuse the situation because it's 2 a.m. She got to get up and work in the a.m. And one thing led to another. They start bickering. And meanwhile, I'm literally in here doing my affirmations. I hear it get a little bit louder. And because like literally the way I'm looking, my door and then their bedroom. So I'm seeing my brother stand there and talk to stepfather. And instead of me deciding to literally close the door to stay in my peaceful solitude, I desire to step out of my comfort zone, to go into this situation and diffuse it, alchemize it, transform it into a healing situation so that it won't be an imbalance of energy. And I'm not gonna get into too many all the extraness, but I do want to say that as men and women, we must be able to take our time in our communication, not try to rush to get our point out. Your point will be felt if you allow yourself to be open-eared for others. If you can be patient with yourself and patient with others, you have the ability to know. You have the ability to know. Not be confident, but to know. You see, a person that is stuck in their ego will be confident in trying to get their point across. But a person that knows that This person is just expressing themselves. Let me let them express themselves, because this is what's on their heart. This is what's on their mind. This may be what's on their belly. This may be what's on their, you feel me? And regardless of whatever placement that someone's expressing themselves at, they need to get that out. You shouldn't stop someone from getting that out. And then once they get it out, you shouldn't attack them for getting it out. You should not, because if you do that, that's like your ass getting mad at you for taking a shit. That's like your ass getting mad at you for releasing the shit you just took. So don't do onto others what you don't want done to you. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's beautiful how like I said earlier in this video, I literally had like notes organized for how I was gonna do this video, but this felt way more authentic, more real, more calm, more relaxed, less stressful. Like, this is one take. I'm probably not gonna edit this at all. Actually, I won't. It shouldn't be edited. And that's what I want to bring to Let's Grow Together in this beautiful episode. This is episode 1. I thank you for listening. I thank you for hearing me. I thank you for being vulnerable with me in this moment. We will have more episodes. I appreciate y'all for listening. Follow me on my social platforms. Music is coming out. I'm going to stop stalling. Music is coming out, and I can't wait to hear you all's, or more to say, feel you all's energies be transformed into something more beautiful in the songs that I release. You know, before I get out of here, a lot of times, like, to tap back into the ego thing, your ego is the different aspects of you that you close the door on. Your ego is the different aspects of you that you close the door on. So I'm gonna let that sink in for this video. I love y'all. Subscribe for more. We'll be back for the next one. Peace.